just freezes. Ah, it's the mission goals that aren't getting set, not the stage goals. So we need these stage goals. Alright, so let's add some functions. Uh, hmm. So the stats are a separate thing than the rest of this. So this needs to not be what I'm doing. So it is going to be that we are not resetting the level properly with the, yeah. The score there needs to be the total score. Alright. It also means that the mission stats aren't taking into account all the goals on your team. Such as, if you had a bot on your team and it scored a goal, you wouldn't get credit for that for the stage and the mission conditions, so it wouldn't work. Alright, so reset stage data. We'll do all that. Alright, so That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so we have on right score. Do we throw any events out when that happens? Doesn't look like it. So I need to add an event. To the arena level. Let's make a score updated event. It's kind of a mess. Oh, alright, yeah. So, did you watch Angry Video Game Nerd when it was at its peak? Was it something you like to follow? I don't think I really. I don't know. I watched some of it, but I think I was behind the times on it. Like, I know I watched some of his videos before he, like, actually did them paid or whatever, but I didn't really watch many of his videos. Like I think the one I remember watching is the Bible Games one. It's like super old, which was hilarious because of Baby Moses, the game. You watched all of them since 2006? Damn, that's quite a while, sir. You've got over a decade of angry video game nerd under your belt. Oh, interesting. So Steam actually shares information with developers that it doesn't share with the public. That I can't tell you. Oh man, I have secret information. But I don't. I haven't even looked at it, so I don't even know what it is. You're a mod on the Cinemassacre channel now? Oh, nice. Just got in touch with Mike Matei and oh, all right. So you are helping out with some of that. You're in the credits at the end now. Oh shit. Now the question is, did you add yourself to IMDb? But well, that's cool. No, you didn't. But that's. So you're helping out. Very good. You're added by them. Yeah, I guess credits are something I've never ever cared about. It's kind of funny. Some people get super uppity about their name being in the credits or something, and I just like I don't care what other people think. Like I know if I helped on something or not, but it, my name in the credits, whatever. As I know at Amazon, one guy was super ridiculously into names on credits, and like he made the IMDb page for the game that we were all working on, and he was really, really obsessed with credit stuff, and I was like, what the fuck? Just, why aren't you obsessed with making the game better? Like, how about that? It sounds more important right now. You want to write a sci-fi epic series about superheroes? Yeah. Well, if you're hating yourself that you don't write anything anymore, then maybe you should stop ignoring that which is telling you to get back into it. You know, I know one guy who worked at just a local grocery store as a checker, and he wrote science fiction books. So he just held down like some, you know, some decent, low paying job and wrote books as his main thing. He was a pretty cool guy. Alright, so what I want to do is make sure that we're actually calling these. So okay, so we have the UI events that are being cast for these things. Unrep red score, unrep blah blah blah. So that sets our scores there. But our reset mission data, our reset stage data needs to set these guys, and we need to call our game state. So we need to set the scores. And I've got the scores completely swapped inside of the arena. This is a mess. Like the scores are for the wrong fucking team. It's basically it counts up what scores. Yeah, it's just stupid. It has to do with basically the goal that you score on is backwards from what you'd expect. So we'll call set scores the UI object for the clock. It's going to need to start listening for that event. So we need to find event to score updated. Alright, so we could just combine all these functions then. Get this a little bit more locked down. Alright, so now that score stuff should be set, I believe. So let's go to our second mission. Make sure it works. Zero, zero. 01. 02. Alright, let's retry. 00. Yeah. Alright, so it looks like we've got our clock working at least. So let's go to something that shouldn't have a clock. So if we go to our missions, score goals 3, we've got win conditions none, we've got result tiers, which have time in them. Let's just go to mission 3 and we'll see what it looks like. And I'm getting pretty hungry. I'm gonna have to get food myself. Alright, so stage 1, 30 seconds. Alright. Hell yeah. And definitely that blinking timer is something that works. The ball's just... Get off of there. No. I'm gonna lose. Why? Failure. Alright. That is actually starting to come together. I'm over here. Where? Mountains. Why? Okay, so that's a clock actually working, doing what it should. What would be the next thing in the widgets list? Seems like these should be test content. Let's see. Reference viewer. Nothing references you. Yeah, okay, we should probably put that over in test content then. Test content and then like examples. And fix up our redirectors. Let's get rid of that widgets folder then. Now the question is, why are these a little bit small in the game? Because like when I look at them here, they're bigger. Or are they bigger? No, they're not padded out. So the issue is when we call set scores for the clock, that the clock text is not getting expanded. Do I have a string utils? Yeah, I do. So what I'm going to do is, it's going to be get string, I guess get padded string for integer. It's kind of annoying that doing simple operations and blueprints can be just spaghetti of mess versus C++, where it's like done. Just a couple lines. At some point, it's like, well, So what? They're making a Bill and Ted 3 now, which is gonna be hilarious. I mean, most people, I don't think, even knew there was a Bill and Ted 2. I mean, the Bill and Ted 2 movie sucked. I mean, it did. it was funny in a horrible bad way. So the next question would be, how do we do like an intro and an exit animation for a widget? Because we could have the clock move in and move out or something. Some simple. Alright, let's see what we got. So I need to call the string utils get padded string for integer. Alright. And I don't know, I guess the other thing I could consider is doing kind of a half day today, because yesterday I was pretty wiped out, and I've been working pretty consistently here, and it wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to just kind of chill out a little bit. Alright, so let's go to our graph for this and our set scores, and we'll call get padded string for integer for left and right. Slot those in. See, so much easier. So much easier to deal with. And that horrible spaghetti mess that I was going to have to do otherwise. And I can just improve that thing later if I want to. Alright, we got our double zeros. And let's go to our designer, and it does look like this. So why don't we make this a little bit bigger? Let's make it 72, 80, 90, and size 100. How come it's so off the frickin' top, you know? Why has it got so much frickin' padding up there? Okay, so the question would be, is there a reason for us to do anything else with the clock at this point? Like, we got zeros and all that. We could have like a show right score or show left score. So if there isn't a score, Welcome back, Karakin. It looks like I've got my clock widget all working properly for everything. So, that's cool. So the question would be, should we have anything in there for any customizations of the clock, such as to show the left and right ones? See, it's even got the switches red and white text when it's almost out. So the question would be, should we show these guys if what rule would I have for show right score or show left score? Like I could put it on the mission, such as some sort of option set for UI options. That might be a good idea. So why don't we do that? Why don't I just go ahead and do that? Visual Studio just had to come in there right then and steal my mouse. They're like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, you were gonna click on something? Yeah, no, can't do that. Okay, so I'm gonna do it for the stage, and I'm gonna make a UI options object. Alright, so what can we have? So show left score, show right score. I guess just show clock would be another one. So why don't we just add a few in there? And we'll need to add that to our service information as well. And yeah, I'm definitely starting to get really hungry, so... I didn't add it to this guy. UI options, stage UI options. Alright, so that's added. Let's regenerate the code. Marvelously nice burger, very good. Yeah, pretty much my fridge right now is not very well stocked. I mean, I didn't even have energy drinks until earlier today. Alright, let's go to our game data. Objects, data, and game data. So we need to check these out. Alright, so we need our fill from stage UI options. Call to fill from stage UI options. This is get UI options. This is mission completion, which we don't want. Alright, so fill from UI options. Alright, so we got that filled out. And then we'll add this. In the stage. Alright, let's build it up. I need a wife to cook for me. No, it's not that. It's I cook all the time. The issue is I just haven't bought anything at the damn store. See, I pretty much grew up, and I just don't like anything that my parents cook, like, at all. So pretty much as soon as I was able to use the stove, I've cooked my own meals. Because it's just like, I think there was even one like holiday where my brother and I cooked all the food instead of um, my mom. Because we're just like, I don't want to eat any of that. The problem being, basically, every time my mom would cook something, she'd try to trick us. You know, where she'd make pancakes or something, but instead of using just pancake mix or whatever, she'd put protein powder in it or like healthy crap inside of it. And you know, we'd always taste it and it'd be like, this is awful, and she's like, oh, you guys can't tell the difference, I added this. And you're just like, no, Mom, we know you added like something horrible to this, and like, because you do it every time. It's, it's like, oh yeah, I made a dessert, and you'd eat it and you're just like, this tastes really bad, and you're like, well, I only used half the sugar. It'd be like, you know, then just don't make the dessert. Maybe that's why I don't like dessert, is that it got completely ruined. Yeah, well, you know. So that was one of the things when I worked at a grocery store, and like, I worked at the grocery store that my parents would go to. You just learn now. You learned that you now have enough money for the coolest stay at this film school, where you just watch fantasy movies presented by biggest pop culture icon. You're so excited. The price would be like $1,000 or so. Okay, so there's like a fantasy movie thing at a film school where you can go pay money, and you basically get to go with some big dudes and watch all the cool stuff. Hmm. That's pretty cool. So it's basically like a film school conference sort of thing with the people who were involved with the movie, and probably some Q&A and other obscure trivia you wouldn't know. That sounds like something right up your alley. Because that was the thing, is I shopped at my mom shopped at the same grocery store that I worked at during high school. So all the people who were working at the grocery store would always see my mom buy all this food and all this other stuff. And when I would get done with my shift at work, I would again buy food, and like, my manager pulled me aside at one point and was just like, "Do your parents feed you? Like, are you okay?" You know, like, because you know, not everybody who works when they're in high school is working by choice or anything like that. So I was like, no, like, I'm totally fine. Like, my parents clothe me and feed me. I just hate their cooking. You know, because some people who worked at the grocery store had some stories. You know, like, some of them they didn't have cars, and getting to work was a struggle, and they're working during school and trying to just get through high school. So some people's stories were like legit, and the manager would make special concessions for them, and just be like, it's okay, man. You're a person that exists. We'll help you out. Make sure you get enough hours this month to to pay for you know existence. But that was one of those kind of funny things. I was like, because some of those checkers or some other people were paying attention and probably like pressured the manager into talking to me about it or something. Like, I'm concerned about that boy. Something not right with him. So it works. You wish the Joker was also played by the animated series actor, is what I'm. Batman voice actor was also in the Danish dub. See, I don't know any of those voice actors internationally or whatever. So when you say the animated series, I think